On June 9, this month, Jupiter, the planet associated with expansion, with growth, with good luck, with goodwill, with enlightenment, will be entering Cancer, the sign most closely associated with our roots, with our foundations. Roots that run so deep that they may even go back to past lives. And when these two celestial bodies come together, we can expect major healing, deep transformation, and an intuitive awakening. So if you're ready for emotional depth and the healing of your soul and family past karmic ties, stay with me. Jupiter will be entering Cancer on the 9th June, where it will stay until 30 June 2026 next year. During its transit through Cancer, Jupiter will be making three major aspects. First one, right at the beginning, Jupiter will be squaring the Neptune and Saturn conjunction for over more or less a month. Then it will also be squaring Chiron twice during its transit, and also for the big part of duration of its transit, it will be trining Lilith. So firstly, I will be speaking about the general meaning of Jupiter transit in Cancer and what are the possible wider view effects that this can bring to your life. And then I will get more in depth regarding the aspects that Jupiter will be making and how this can shift a little bit more the energy so that you can know how to best utilize it during that time. With Jupiter in Cancer, people will be craving for emotional safety, nurturing bonds, and meaningful connections. You may feel much more in tune with your own feelings and with the feelings of others. Familiar places, deep intimate circles, small cozy couch may become your preferred choices to hang around. People may also start looking for a soul family rather than traditional family types based on blood, culture, race. People may start looking for a soul family based on energetic resonance, soul memory, or deep, true and meaningful emotional connection. You may start feeling much more protective of yourself and the people and things you love during this time, and you may start to choose to share yourself only with those who have proven they deserve it and that you truly, truly trust. Artistic inspiration may also flow during this time because you will feel much more in tune with the cosmos, with the finer tones and the music of the universe, of the celestial bodies, and you may uncover during this time hidden talents, get creative and inspired, and even find hidden mysteries. So now let's go deeper. Jupiter will be making a challenging square aspect to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries right at the beginning of its entry in Cancer, and this can be emotionally intense. People will feel most sensitive, misunderstood, confused, or even under attack during this time, but not sure of where the threat is coming. This is happening because we are going through a deep soul rearrangement that can be even at a genetical level because of the amount of the cosmic energy that we are receiving now with these changes of these big planetary bodies, which is the entry of Saturn in Aries, conjuncting Neptune, and the entry of Jupiter in Cancer. So this is a complete soul and genetic rearrangement that they're going through right now that can completely change our makeup and our identity. And for some people, this may feel like a slow death. This is happening because your ego is feeling threatened. Your ego is an identity that you are used to. And the ego, feeling like it's going to die, will tend to fight back by projecting the blame and the guilt outward into the other. So during this time, people may feel even more defensive, more protective of their values, their beliefs, of their identity, of their image, and they may even hold on much more to the things they already know, that they're already used to the old updated beliefs. There may be a doubling down on the fence right now. There may be a breakdown in communication or even an interruption of the free sharing of information. This is especially affecting those who have not done work with a shadow self, that have not incorporated a shadow self, that are not self-aware. So these people may panic during this time because they will feel like they are literally dying and they need to protect themselves at all costs, and they need to find somebody to blame, which is usually the other. There may be, other hand, a lot of people who have done great shadow work. They have incorporated this shadow to the best of their ability. And they have worked with themselves, they have meditated a lot, done yoga, whatever, and they are very self-aware people. And they are feeling these changes through. They understanding there's a change coming, also because they follow astrology. So they understanding this change is coming. For these people, during this time, they may feel more this process like a slow process of awakening, of rebirth. They even may feel clearer, lighter during this time, freer. Because of this, many relationships may end during this time with people going their separate ways, especially relationships based on power imbalances or on energetic vampirism or into slavery type of dynamics in which one small group will control everybody else or one person is imposing their will on the other. However, beware. This transit can also intensify, in other hand, control tactics, manipulation, even dark magic, directed especially towards women and minority groups, and also those who are from less favored economic backgrounds. And you ask, why this is happening? Why can't we all awaken? Why can't we all just be enlightened? Well, because some people do not want to wake up. They want to hold on to the illusions, or they may be so deeply wounded and broken that they need much more longer process, and they need things to become much more evident for them in order for them to make the changes. So it's like the proverbial phoenix that needs to burn herself down to the ground in order to be able to be reborn anew from the ashes. So the bad things need to become so evident, so unbearable, that the people that are brainwashed in the illusions will not have any other choice than to evolve, than to change. So Saturn conjunct Neptune now is dissolving all our illusions, is bringing into the light everything that we need to let go of or change or rearrange. And it's literally doing it. It's not asking for our permission. There are many planets that guide us gently. Saturn is not one of them. Saturn will pull the carpet under our feet. So either people want to hold on to the illusions and their lies and to where it's safe. It's not going to be possible because Saturn will start a slow process of disintegration and dismantling of those old updated beliefs and those old updated structures. And Jupiter in Cancer squaring this conjunction, what it's doing is expanding our emotional sensitivity. So we may feel much more now attacked, defensive, that ouch feeling may be much more evident, that grunge, that feeling of resentment. So Jupiter will also be squaring Chiron twice during its transit. And Chiron is the wounded healer, is where we store our deepest wounds and our deepest pains, but it's also where we have the biggest potential for healing and for becoming a healer ourselves. And this squaring Jupiter in Cancer, Cancer that is a sign related with our deepest roots, with our foundation, implies that we may undergo a period of self-doubt, a period of self-questioning, in which we may have to make double the efforts in order to heal, in order to expand, and in order to grow. Overall, people may feel much more emotionally vulnerable during this time, much more easily hurt. Connections may become challenging. Work environment and the world may feel threatening. This is an invitation to turn inward, to become your own source of self-love, of safety, and of protection. It's teaching us emotional independence, emotional self-reliance, and self-assurance. And only through that place is that we can start relating and connecting with others safely without the fear of getting hurt or without the need of controlling or changing others. And we can learn true empathy by starting to accept people exactly the way they are, letting go of those we cannot change, and looking for those connections that will help us, guide us, and support us on our path. Unfortunately, there will be those during this time that will be clinging on even more strongly to toxic relationships due to feeling vulnerable or hurt. And soon this will be followed with a major grudges and resentments that may achieve heel proportions, with people literally being entrapped into unhealthy toxic dynamics and paralyzed by pain and by fear. Once again, during this transit, you cannot place the responsibility of providing you nurture, love, and safety on the ends of others, because if you do that, you will likely get disappointed. This transit is teaching you to become independent yourself and to become your own source of self-love and self-value. So if you are feeling hurt during this period, if you are feeling threatened, retreat, get back to yourself, get back to self-love, to grounding, and you will find a way through in order to continue growing and expanding. On the other hand, there may be people that may be manifesting the most negative side of Jupiter during this time. And yes, Jupiter has a negative side. I know it's a planet that is benefic, it's all about expansion and goodwill, but it does have a negative side. Jupiter, when it's not utilized well, it can be used to mask wounds. It can be used to hide your hurdles behind blind optimism, behind fake forced smiles, behind exaggerated positivity. And this is not healthy because it is blinding you from seeing, acknowledging your own pain. And if you cannot acknowledge that you're hurt, if you cannot acknowledge that you're wounded, you cannot heal, you cannot learn, you cannot evolve, you cannot grow, you stay paralyzed and you stop evolving. So it's very important to pay attention to that. Jupiter is a powerful force and it can be used for good, and it can also be used to just put the pink colorful glasses and pretend that everything is alright even when it's not. So it's very important to pay attention to that. When acknowledged, Jupiter in Cancer square Chiron can become a major catalyst for deep, profound transformation and healing, and lead to exponential self-love, growth, and expansion. Since Cancer is the sign connected with our foundation and roots that are so deep that go even to past lives, this is a great opportunity to heal inherited family karma. And if you are able to go deeper, and if the planetary positionings allow you to experience a deeper opening, you can even connect with the memories from your past lives that have wounded you and have also structured your soul coming into this life. And you are able to maybe have the possibility as well to heal those wounds too during this transit. Welcome and hello to Guided Divine Wisdom. This is a powerful light, my friends, and I'm looking forward for this transit. So let's go deeper into its signification, shall we? Jupiter trine Lilith, it's a call to reclaim your truth, to break free from chains, and to embrace your most raw, your most true, and your most authentic self. This transit is so positive because it combines the optimism, the generosity, the faith, the good luck, the goodwill of Jupiter with the brave and untamed spirit of Lilith. And wherever you have this transit happening in your chart, this is where you will feel guided by divine wisdom, and where you will feel the urge to break yourself free from any limitations. You will feel driven to reach the truth about yourself and the world around you, and you will be breaking stereotypes and stigmas along the way. This is a great time to do shadow work and to strive to incorporate your shadow self, because it can help you to end the prison of duality. It can help you to end the confusion of dual personality, and you can become your whole and authentic self again. You will have the power during this time to raise above the cross of matter and to dominate the physical manifestations of the lower body, which is hate, jealousy, envy, rage, lust. Taking this quest, you may feel like you are guided by a higher power, like you are protected by divine wisdom, and like you are imbued with boldness and with courage to pursue what truly ignites your soul. Because of this, hidden talents may rise effortlessly into the surface, and creativity may flourish during this time. Soulmates can finally find each other during this time because people will not be so afraid of judgment and will be much more brave to embrace their truth. But overall, relationships can benefit with more honesty. It's a time for freedom, empowerment, and soul liberation. So beautiful souls, as Jupiter dances with the celestial bodies, it asks us one thing: can you nurture your inner self, embrace your wounds, and rise above as your full and authentic luminous self? Let me know in the comments below how you are feeling about this transit. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share with starseeds that may need this message. Until next time, my friends, stay grounded, stay safe, stay magical. Much love. For more in-depth information on how this celestial dance is playing out, I also invite you to watch my video of the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries, and as well the transit of Lilith through Scorpio. Like this, you will have a more in-depth, more complete and realistic information regarding these transits and best understand how it's all playing out.